Hello everybody, today I have a project-related video for all of you. This particular project video is honestly one of my favorites, and actually, it's kind of more realistic than when you're inside of an elevator and it actually has chimes already. So speaking of chimes, as you can see by the title of the video, yes, I just acquired the actual floor-passing chime printed circuit board made by CE Electronics. What I mean by that is that I actually have the floor passing chime board, and I can actually adjust how long it beeps and how loud the buzzer is. So, anyways, yes, like I said, I actually acquired the actual CE Electronics floor passing chime circuit board, which is actually very small. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you what changes I have done to my CE display that I have had for 10 months now. So, as you can see, nothing has changed on the side where all of the controls are. So, everything is the same. And on the top, nothing really much has changed, although when I decided to, get this chime module, it actually included another CE elevator display along with it. So this is the driver of the new display, and this is the chip that contains all of the data right here. So, and this is the actual CE elevator display that I actually got, and under it was the port right here that actually connects to the chime module that every time a floor passes, it beeps. Of course, you've seen a lot of elevator videos like that actually have, the lens of the elevator display, and of course the chime module which beeps every time a floor passes. So, there you go. So, on the front, where the lens and the display is shown, I have decided to go to Home Depot. This was actually a few months ago. I decided to go to Home Depot and get a new 12 by 12 by 6 junction box, and I only decided to use the lid because the lid was the issue. Because the old lid that I had, the hole was way too wide, and I used too much hot glue, and I thought it was a good idea to actually use a silver permanent marker to actually paint the edges to make it blend in with the silver plastic, or gray plastic in this rather, but I didn't really like the outcome of how it looked. So I decided to go to Home Depot and get a new junction box, which I actually am using as a bin right now. So there it is up there in the closet. So that is what has changed. The power switch is still the same. So yeah, that's how my CE display looks right now, and I'm actually going to show you on my desktop computer of the features of the new printed control board for the chime module. So here it is right here. The model number of this chime board is the MPCB1. It's the most common chime module ever to be used in CE electronic elevator indicator displays. So right here is the port to and then you have a 4-snap wire, and then it basically goes one way, and then right here is the processor chip right here, and here are its lengths and widths. So right here it is 1.5 inches in length and 2.3 inches in height if it were to be vertical like this. So that's what it looks like. And you have 2 variable resistors on each one. So I believe each of these are 10,000 ohms. You can also adjust the resistance as well. So this one right here on the top is the volume control. That's how loud the buzzer is. And I actually have set it to its maximum volume, so it actually beeps very loudly. And the one on the bottom is how long it beeps for. This is the duration one. And I also set that to the longest one, since the CE elevator indicator that I actually have is from ThyssenKrupp. So I decided to why not make it look like it's a ThyssenKrupp elevator indicator. So from like a modernization. And then this is like, you know, the thickness of the, I actually don't know what that is for. It's actually 0.75 inches, so it's actually really small. So, yep, there you go. So this is what the actual Chime module looks like from a catalog drawing. So there you go. And this particular one that I actually have was made in 1998. It's actually still in great shape. Never been used until now. And it still actually beeps very loudly, even after 24 years of service. So that's the model number. That's the drawing of it. So this is the information about it. Passing chime board, small impact adapter can be used with various CE position indicator families. Chime is hooked up via 4 wires to the PI, requiring no additional external wiring. The chime board gives an audible signal indication whenever a floor is passed in either direction. The volume and decay are adjustable on the unit. The passing chime can be mounted directly to the display, or it can be attached by Velcro to a nearby surface. And when I got this board, it actually came with a Velcro. So you can actually put it on the back of the CE display or on a surface, which is very cool. So here's the features. It is small and compact, adjustable volume, adjustable decay, no external wiring, inexpensive, easy installation. So there you go. And I don't know what the last one does, because I'm actually not an elevator technician. I just actually want to do this type of project because I'm into elevators. Not that I actually want to, you know, eventually maintain elevators. So there you go. So that is the whole catalog of this printed chime board. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my CE display, and I'm actually going to be showing you a photo of my printed chime board inside of my CE display right about now. If you want to pause and take a look at the CE elevator chime module for yourself, then consider pausing the video. Alright, let's move on, and now I'm going to show you the actual chime itself. Not that you can actually see it, it's actually inside of my CE display, and it actually is Velcroed onto the top. There's Velcro tape, and I actually decided to Velcro it right here. So now I am going to let you hear my CE elevator display buzzer in action. And it actually beeps at startup too. So anyway, as you can tell, the floor passing chime button is on, so we have a complete connection. So now I'm going to go ahead and flick on the power to my display. And you'll hear for yourself that my CE elevator display chime module is in there. And it's actually very quiet, even though it's on loud volume because of, you know, it's inside of something. So without further ado, let's flick on the power. So did you hear that? That is the actual CE elevator chime module inside of my portable CE display. And I had to run a few tests to make sure that it doesn't exceed 8 watts because my inverters have limits on them. So I don't want to overload them. So basically, I ran a test on, you know, the wattage and stuff like that, and it's around 3 watts, which isn't too bad. So there you go. So without further ado, I actually am going to show you all the floors that it actually has on here. And look at this. The display looks so nice with its new outcome of this lid. It looks really nice. So I actually am going to show you all of the floors. All the floors are pretty much the same like I did in my upgraded 1.1 version of this display back in March of this year. So the floors are the same, basement, lobby, and then floors 1 through 9. So I'm actually just going to show you that it beeps every time that every time I push the button, it beeps every time. Actually, I want to show you that I can also turn it off too. So I just hit basement, and as you can see, no beep, because I actually disabled the floor passing chime I meant, sorry. And now I'm going to turn it back on, and now when I push lobby, it beeps. And it feels like to me right now that I am in an actual elevator with this type of display, because a lot of these CE elevator displays that I have seen in elevators that I have videotaped over the past 6 years, let me just say that it actually contains the actual display itself, and it also includes the chime module, which beeps every time a floor passes. So it feels like I am in an actual elevator that just recently got modernized with this type of CE display and the chime module. So now I'm going to show you the rest of the floors. So I'm actually going to enable the up arrow. And the up and down arrow buttons are push in, and they stay on until you push it again, so that the arrow doesn't go out. So without further ado, let's head up to 9. That was a glitch, sorry. I pushed the wrong buttons. And here we are at 9. So yeah, this is honestly one of my favorite project surgeries that I decided to do with my CE display. So let's go back down to the basement. And here we are back down at the basement. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and liked the commentary, and if you did, please be sure to subscribe, and thank you all very much for watching.